Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's iVibes Crochet here, and today's video is going to be a tutorial. So I'm going to share with you one of my favorite things to make, which is a bucket hat. I'm going to share a beginner-friendly basic bucket hat pattern that anyone will be able to follow. The only two things you're going to need to know how to do are to make a magic circle, which I'm going to show you, and you'll need to learn how to do a double crochet stitch. So I'll show you both of those, and what you'll need for this tutorial is some yarn. I'm using the Red Heart Super Saver stripes, and this color is rainbow. I wanted to do like a Halloween themed bucket hat, but that would require me to do color changing, and since this is a beginner friendly pattern, we're going to skip the color changing. So I thought this was a really pretty color, so we're going to use that. You're going to need a size 5.5 crochet hook. These are the ergonomic crochet hooks that I like to use. They're really good on my fingers, and I'll post a link to Amazon. So if you wanted to purchase any of these items, you could. You're also going to need a pair of scissors to cut your yarn, and I don't know what they call this, but like a darning needle or something like that to weave in your ends. And I'll show you how to do that as well. And I also have a pattern that's available on my Etsy channel. If you wanted something written to follow, I will post that in the description box. And, I apologize ahead of time if this pattern is not perfect, or if this tutorial is not perfect. This is my second time doing a tutorial, or I think it's my third. So I'm still experimenting with my setup, and so that you all can have a good visual of what I'm doing. But as always, anything I'm doing on this channel, you could probably find it from other creators. Like if the way I do the magic circle isn't clear, there are a ton of videos on YouTube on how to do a magic circle. Same for a double crochet, but I'll try to be as detailed as possible. All right. So, let's get started. All right, y'all. So we have our yarn and we have our hook, and we're going to start the first round by making a magic circle. A lot of people find this part the most difficult. I do too. So the way this works, and this is probably not going to be the best tutorial, but the way this works is you wrap the yarn around 2 fingers like so, and you'll have a tail hanging. That's to help you close the loop. And then you go under the first, pull through that one, twist the hook, and pull through like so. And this first round, we're going to chain 2. Let me just tighten this. Let's try that again. All right, so you're going to have a tail hanging after wrapping the yarn around your fingers. Go under, twist, pull through, and then you're going to chain 2.
Gotta stop letting me go to that place by myself.
What did you buy? 1,
Bunch of useless groceries.
2. All right. And you're going to have a tail hanging in the circle, which is fine, but here you have your circle. And so you are going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, and then pull through the last 2 loops. That's how you do a double crochet. So let's try that again. Yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, pull through the last 2 loops. We have two double crochets in our chain 2. And we're supposed to make 12 double crochets into the first round. So yarn over, pull through a loop, yarn over again, pull through the first 2 loops, pull through the last 2 loops. Okay. So after we make the magic circle, we're doing 12 double crochets into the magic circle. I've just done 3. I'm gonna pull the circle closed a little bit. I did too much, but that's okay. We can adjust it. So as you can see, I have 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3, and our chain 2. So let's keep going. We have to do 9 more double crochets into the magic circle. So yarn over. All right, let's see how many we have. Don't worry about that hole. We're going to close it up. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and this was our chain 2 stitch. So we just need 2 more. Just close that up a little. One, 2. All right, so now we have 12 double crochets into our magic circle. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we're gonna slip stitch this closed. So what we're gonna do, slow it down, to slip stitch it closed is we're gonna go through here, pull through the yarn, and just slide it through that first one. Wouldn't yarn over anything. And then if you're worried about this hole here at the top, just pull on our thread to close it up. All right. And for round 2, we're going to do an increase. So we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and an increase is going to be 2 double crochets into each stitch. So yarn over, we're going to go into our first stitch. 1, 2. I don't count that chain 2 stitch as a double crochet. So some people, they do something different, but I don't. So again, for a half double crochet, you're just going to yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over again, pull through the first 2, then yarn over again, pull through the second. Yarn over, pull up a stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2, then yarn over, pull through the second 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, pull through the last 2 loops. And you're just going to do this all the way around.
Baby shark.
All right, so we are at the end and we're going to skip the stitch. We're not going to crochet into that. That is where we close the round on the last round. So I'm going to make my last double crochet into that same stitch, the last stitch, and then we're going to close by doing a slip stitch at the top of our chain 2 stitch, and that is what it looks like. And then we're going to chain 2 in preparation for the next round. So we're supposed to have a total of 24 stitches in this round, so let's see if we did it correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we have 24 stitches. This doesn't count because that's where we slip stitch, and that's the same stitch that we skipped last time. All right, so let's check our pattern and see what the next round calls for. All right, so for round 3, we are going to work on increasing, and we're going to stagger our increases. So instead of doing another round of 2 double crochets into the same stitch, we're going to do 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next one, and then 1 in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next one. So I always like to start out in the very first stitch, and that just leaves a clean line down the center of our hat. All right, and then we're going to make a double crochet into the next, 2 double crochets into the next. So the round 3, we're doing 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the next one, and that allows us to stagger our increases so that the hat lays flat. Okay, so 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 2 double crochets into the next stitch. All right, 1 double crochet, two double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Oh. Why does it keep doing that? Make sure that, okay. So this one is the last one that goes into that stitch. And Red Heart yarn gets a lot of flack, but honestly, I love working with this yarn when making bucket hats. And then when you put it in the dryer and let it spin for a little bit, the fibers loosen up and they get a little bit more flexible. All right, so let's finish out our round. All right, so we've made it to the end of round 3, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. And so again, we're going to leave this last stitch because that's where we closed last time, so it's not technically a stitch. And if you do crochet into that last one, it's going to make your hat look a little wonky. So we're going to insert our hook into the top stitch here in the start of the round, pull up a loop, pull through the loop. We're not going to yarn over anything. That's where we start. And to start off, all right, so round 4, we're still working on our increase. We're still staggering our increases. So for this round, we're going to do a double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. So 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet into the same stitch, and we're going to do that all the way around. And that allows us to increase the top of our hat without it, you know, with it still staying flat. All right, so 1 double crochet, and I like to start in the first stitch because as you can see, we're already getting a clean line down the center. What I find a lot of time, if you skip this first stitch, then your line is gonna be slanted, and it's gonna make the hat look funny. So that's why I always do a stitch into that first stitch. All right, and now a double crochet. All right, so a double crochet into this stitch, double crochet into this stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the same stitch, and that's round 4. All right, so double crochet into this stitch, double crochet into this stitch, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and we're gonna do that all the way around. All right, and again, we are at the end of the round, and we're going to slip stitch at the top of our chain 1 stitch, and then chain 2 in preparation for the next round. And as you can see, this is the top of our hat. It's looking pretty cool. And so we are on round 5 now, and round 5 calls for us to do a double crochet into the next 3 stitches and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And we're going to repeat all the way around. And after round 5 is when we're going to start moving down to the brim. Okay. Alright, so for round 5, we've already started with our chain 2 at the top of the round, and I always double crochet into the first stitch so that we can get a clean line going down. As you can see, it's lining up, and we're going to do 3 double crochets into the next. So after we do our chain 2, we're doing 3 double crochets into the next 3 stitches, and then 2 double crochets into the same stitch after that, and we're just going to repeat. And if you want to know how to do a double crochet again, what I do is I yarn over, I insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Let's do that again. Yarn over, insert the yarn into the stitch, yarn over again, pull up a loop, yarn over again, pull through the first two loops, yarn over again, pull through the last 2, and that is a double crochet. All right, yarn over, insert into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 stitch, yarn over, pull through the last 2. Okay. Alright, so this one calls for 2 double crochets into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, All right, we are at the end of round 5 right now. It's looking like a flamethrower. Hopefully we'll get to see some of the other colors soon. So we're gonna do what we do every round, skip this last one because that's where we slip stitch in the previous round, and slip stitch at the top of the round and chain 2 in preparation of the next round. So that is the end of row 5. All right, y'all. So for round 6, we are going to make the start working on the body, and for this round we are going to work in the back loop of the stitches. So the back, so you have your stitch here, this is your stitch here, the back loop is here. That's where we're going to be working. So this is your stitch, this is the back loop. All right, and we're going to do double crochets in each stitch in the back loop only, all the way around. So hopefully you can see, but here we are. Yarn over, insert into the back loop, pull up a loop, pull through the first loop. There you go. Yarn over, insert into the stitch, yarn over again. There you go. Don't worry if the stitches look loose, that's going to tighten up. And my tension is also not that tight. It never is when I crochet, because I find it really difficult to get the hook through the loops when my tension is super tight. And I'm not about to fight with the yarn, but the hats are going to come out exactly like they're supposed to either way. Alright, so far that's how it's looking. As you can see, we went from being flat to having a side. I'm going to keep going. Alright, so see this right here? That is what we are skipping. Is it? Well, let me just make sure. Yeah, so we could do it in this one. Wait. Alright. And as always, we are going to slip stitch at the top and chain 1 in preparation for the next round. But now you see the sides of our hat is coming down. That's what it looks like folded in half. Alright, so here we have the size of our hat is forming, and do you see that straight line down the center part here? That's what we want. So for the rounds 7 through 14, they're going to be basically the same. We're going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch all the way around from row 7 to row 14. That's going to be the body. And then when we start working on row 15, that's going to be the brim. So this is pretty simple. I'm going to record 1 round and then finish to row 14 and then come back. But you're going to be doing the same thing, slip stitching at the end of each round, chain 2ing, and then chaining 2 to begin the round, and then, you know, double crocheting into the first stitch and then going from there. All right, so let me make sure that this was a chain 2. So this is round 7. All right, we're chaining 2 and we're just going to do a single crochet into each stitch all the way around, and I always start in the very first stitch so that I get this clean line right here. All right, so let's do round 7. All right, so we are at the end of row 7, and as you can see, we're starting to build our sides, and that is exactly what we wanted. Again, we're going to do what we normally do. We skip this last one because that's not a stitch. That's where we slip stitch at the end of the previous round. We're going to do the same here, slip stitch, and then chain 2 in preparation of the next round. And it's going to be the same. It's going to be 1 single crochet in each stitch starting at the very first, so you get a clean line. One double crochet in each stitch around, and you're going to do this all the way until row 14. So I'm going to do this off camera and then come back and finish up. Alright y'all, so we are on row 15. This is what our hat is looking like. You can adjust the amount of rows on the body depending on, you know, where you want the hat to sit on your forehead. But for the brim, we're going to be working in the front loops for the first stitch, for the first row, row 15. And what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches, 1 single crochet here, 1 single crochet here, and then a double crochet in the next stitch. And we're going to do that all the way around for row 15, and we're only working in the front loops. And so this is your stitch here, your front loop is here, so we're only putting the stitches in the front loops, and that's how we're going to get the brim to flare out and look like a brim. Alright, so let's go again. 1 single crochet in the front loop, another single crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 single crochet into the front loop of the next stitch. Right, 1 single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch, 2 single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch, 2 single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch, 2 single crochet in the front loop of the next stitch. And you just keep doing that all the way around until you finish that round, and then we'll get started on row 16. As you can see, it's already starting to flare out. Okay, so we're going to, at the end of the round, you're going to close the round as usual with a slip stitch, like at the top of the previous start of the round, and then you're going to chain 2 to prepare for the next round. As you can see, our brim is it's already flaring out. For row 16, we are just gonna crochet into the regular stitch, so we're gonna go through both the front and the back loops, and we're gonna do 3 single crochets and then 2 double crochets in the same stitch, and we're just gonna stagger the increase like that, and we're gonna do that all the way around. So 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet into the second stitch, 1 double crochet into the third stitch, 2 double crochets into the fourth stitch. And you'll know that you're in the right place because if you notice, your double crochets will line up. So as you can see, this stitch has a double crochet and the one above it has a double crochet, so that will tell you you're on the right path. All right, so 1 double crochet in the first stitch, 1 double crochet in the second stitch, 1 double crochet into the third stitch, and 2 double crochets into the fourth stitch. And as you can see, the double crochet stitches are lining up, so you're doing it right. 1 double crochet into the first stitch, 1 double crochet into the second stitch, 1 double crochet into the third stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the fourth, and you just keep going all the way around until this row is done. All right, so that is row 16. Is it? Let's look at our pattern. Yes, that is row 16. All right, so I'm going to finish row 16 and then come back and show you guys what it looks like. All right, so we're done with row 16, and we're just going to slip stitch at the top, and then chain 2. And for this row, row 17, we're going to keep staggering our increase. So we're going to do 4 single crochets and then a double. So we're going to do 1 double crochet into the first stitch, 1 double crochet into the second stitch, 1 double crochet into the third stitch, 1 double crochet into the fourth stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Alright, so let's do that again. 1 double crochet into the first stitch, 1 double crochet into the second stitch, 1 double crochet into the third stitch, 1 double crochet into the fourth stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And again, you'll know that you're on the right track if your double crochets line up. So this is the first row of our brim where we place a double crochet, the second row where we place a double crochet, and now this row where we place a double crochet. So all of them are lining up, so we're on the right track. All right, so 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 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 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So we're doing for row, I think this is 17. Yeah, for row 17, we're doing 1 double crochet in the first 4 stitches and then a double crochet in the next stitch, and we're going to repeat all the way around. And as you can see, it's starting to flare out. Let me lay it flat so you can see, and that's what we want. Okay, so let's keep going. Alright, so 1 double crochet into the first stitch, 1 double crochet into the second stitch, 1 double crochet into the third stitch, 1 double crochet into the fourth stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch, 1 double crochet into the first stitch, 1 double crochet into the second, 1 double crochet into the third, 1 double crochet into the fourth, and then as you can see, it lines up with the last double crochet we did in the last round. We're gonna put 2 double crochets into this stitch and just repeat the process all around. So I'm gonna do that and then come back when I'm at the end of row 17. All right, so we are finished with row 17, and we're going to work on row 18th, which is going to be the last round. And if you guessed it, we are going to do 5 single crochets and then a double crochet. So we're going to do 1 double crochet, so 5 double crochets, and then a stitch with 2 double crochets. I said that wrong. All right, so for row 18th, what we're going to do is we're going to do 5 single crochet, and so for row 18, what we're going to do is we're going to do a single crochet in the first 5 stitches, and then a double crochet, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and we're going to repeat that all around. So let's start off with the first one. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a double crochet in the 6th stitch. And of course, our double crochet, you want to make sure that your double crochet stitches line up with each other. That's how you know you're on the right track. All right, so 1 double crochet in the first stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the 3rd stitch, double crochet in the 4th stitch, double crochet in the 5th stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. All right, let's do it again. 1 double crochet in the first stitch, a double crochet in the 2nd stitch, double crochet in the 3rd stitch, double crochet in the 4th stitch, double crochet in the 5th stitch, and then double crochet in the next stitch. All right, so double crochet in the first stitch, double crochet in the 2nd stitch, double crochet in the 3rd stitch, double crochet in the 4th stitch, double crochet in the 5th stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Okay, so that's how our brim is looking. It's flaring out nicely. This is going to be my last stitch on the brim, but of course if you want a wider brim you can always keep going, but I think that's enough for me for right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish this round and then come back and show you what our hat looks like, but so far it's looking pretty good. All right, so we are at the end of row 18th and we finished our hat, and I'm gonna slip stitch at the top. Oh, come on, gotta go through both loops. And I'm gonna fasten off and weave in my ends. And I like to make a knot here at the very end. That's just a preference of mine. Do whatever floats your boat, and then if it looks crazy I'll put my tag over it, but it'll be fine. And then to weave in the ends, I'm going to go into this back loop here. Okay, pull it taut so the knot is hidden, and then just kind of go through the stitches and try to weave in the ends as best as possible. So let's just go through this stitch here. I don't know if you can see that, so I'm just And there's no right way or wrong way to do this. It just depends on what you prefer. I think honestly weaving in the ends is like the hardest thing because you want to make sure that they're hidden. But it's not really a big deal. Some people tie a knot and cut it. It's just a matter of what you prefer. And I'm gonna go, sometimes I'll go through the yarn itself. And I'm just gonna make another knot here. And cut it. If you want to add a little glue here, a fabric glue there to keep it in place, you can. It's not really necessary, but that's an option. Alright, so this is where we did all the slip stitches to end the round. So I'm just going to make that the seam. And this is our hat. That's how it looks. I'm going to show you how it looks on. I think it came out so pretty. I was a little iffy about the color at first when I just started seeing the orange and the yellow. And the thing with variegated yarn is that you can't really control where the color changes. So, but it is a pretty color. The texture is very soft. The yarn feels very soft already without even putting it in the dryer. Yeah, that is what it looks like. This is how much yarn I have left. Quite a bit. Could probably make another hat out of this, but this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you what it looks like on, and then yeah, so if you want this pattern, it'll be available on my Etsy shop, and I'm just going to try it on and show you all what it looks like on. Alright y'all, so that's it for the tutorial. I actually love how the hat came out. It's so vibrant and so pretty, and this is what it looks like on. Oh, I love that. So that's the top. That is the brim. And of course, you can put this in the dryer to loosen up fibers, but with it being stiff right now, this is what it looks like. All right, let me go ahead and actually steam this so it's a little bit looser. But as of right now, fresh off the hook, this is what it's looking like. I think it's super cute. I'm gonna steam it though, because I wanna see what it truly is going to be like once the fibers are a little bit looser. But I'm loving it. Came out super cute. And it's enough of a brim to protect you from the sun, even though it's fall right now. But yeah, I love it. All right, so let's go steam it, loosen up the fibers, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. All right, let's try it on. If you work with acrylic yarn, you know that the fibers can be pretty stiff, especially with Red Heart, but it's still great quality. Let's go ahead and see what this looks like after steaming. It's a little bit bigger after steaming, but this is it. I think it's pretty cute. I love it. Let me show you the back. Let me actually turn the seam to the side, so I think that might look better. All right. So here we are. The bucket hat is complete. Alright, so here we are, guys. The bucket hat is complete. This is what it looks like after steaming. As you can see, it's not as stiff and we have like a little bit of a wave going there. Let me show you what it looks like in the back. I love it. Love the color. It's an easy to follow pattern. I love the style. And if you want to follow a written pattern, I have this available on my Etsy shop. I will post the link in the description box. And if you do try the pattern and you want to share it, post it in our community post so I can see what it looks like. And of course, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.